This is Scott Kaplan and Crew Tonight. The very best from today's Scott Kaplan and Crew show on the mightier 1090 AM ESPN Radio. SoCal Sports Talk. Here's Scott Kaplan, Alex Padilla, and John Browner.
Hey, everybody. What is going on? This is Kaplan and Crew from the 7 Mile Casino Studios. I got Grande and the Brown Man. It's Wednesday, December 7th. We are on the radio on the mightier 1090 all throughout Southern California. We'll be on television tonight between 7 and 8 p.m., part of the Cox Yorview Network. We're just getting going with our stream on YouTube. Chatlins, get involved in that YouTube chat, that live chat that's happening. And I've said it. Listen, I mean, I hate to admit defeat, and I won't do it until the very last second. But we're 1,000 subscribers away from getting to our goal of 7,500 subscribers by the end of this year. We're at like 6,500. So make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel and share our YouTube channel. Tweet about the YouTube show. Help the brothers out by subscribing to our YouTube channel. And to all the audio podcasters, Apple, Spotify, Stitcher, Google Play, TuneIn, Amazon Music, iHeart, all the audio podcasters out there. Glad to have you along. You can follow us also Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, you name it, we're on it. Okay, Grande, Brown Man. It seems like the big news of the day, and I've been getting a lot of people hitting me up on Twitter about this, is what's going on here in San Diego at the winter meetings. And oh, by the way, for everybody that's hitting me up going, yo, I'm down here at the winter meetings. Where you at? Am I going to connect with you? No, you're not. I'm not there. I'm not down there. I mean, it sounds like a beehive of activity and fun, and all the executives from around Major League Baseball and all the media members from around Major League Baseball. It all sounds great. But I'm up here. I'm up in North County, okay? And I just haven't had the need necessarily. I got yesterday a buddy of mine who runs a hotel in North County. He's like, hey, I'm down here working with MLB. You down here? I'd love to see it. No, I'm not. My man Caldera Sam, who pretty much runs Ace Parking, he's calling me up going, yo, I'm down here. Where are you guys at? You going to hang out? I don't know about you guys. I've not made it to downtown San Diego for the winter meetings. I, unlike AJ Preller, don't actually have business at the winter meetings. Grande, Brown Man, you guys got business at the winter meetings?
No, I think I thought about heading down, but then I'm like,
for what?
I'm not really like a handshaker. You know, I'm not gonna tweet like this is what I heard. Who cares? You know what I mean? So I thought about it, and I was like, nah, stayed home.
Yeah.
I did have a friend of mine because Instagram Reels is on a different level right now with advertising stuff. Like I don't know, it's not advertisements, but my Instagram is full of like, check out these holiday places to check out in San Diego, right? And Top of the Hyatt came out, and Mars said to me, she's like, we got to go to Top of the Hyatt. Look how cute it looks. It's so holiday. It's spread out. My friend went. She had, with her boyfriend, she had no idea that MLB Winter Meetings were here because why would you?
Right.
And next thing you know, her boyfriend, who is from Boston, huge Red Sox fans, literally the entire Boston Red Sox brass at Top of the Hyatt, and he like fanboyed out, freaked out. So, I mean, that's my only experience with it, which is not even my experience.
Yeah. No, I mean, it sounds like if you're like, I'll give you guys an example. I was driving around yesterday midday, and I was listening to Rome on 1090, but then I decided to flip over and listen to our former colleague and our friend Darren Smith. And Darren was interviewing a guy named Jim Bowden. Do you guys know who that is?
Yeah.
Okay. Browner, do you know who Jim Bowden is? It's okay if you don't, because I
I do
don't think most
not.
people do.
I do not.
I think, check me on this, Alex. I want to say Jim is like the former general manager of the Cincinnati Reds, who's become like a media personality on MLB Network. I think. I mean, I hear the name Jim Bowden, and I hear like, I think baseball analyst type guy who's former front office guy who now works for MLB Network. Do I have that right?
Correct. Yes.
Yeah. Cincinnati Reds and now MLB Network. It was a great interview. It was a great conversation about what's going on with the winter meetings here in San Diego. And I thought to myself, you know, that's not what we do anymore. Meaning Darren is working for a radio station and a pure radio company, and they've got lots of staff and promotional people and so on. And there, somebody called and set up, we want to broadcast from down there. We ain't got that.
If
This is a
we
three-man
wanted-
operation,
yeah,
pal.
If we wanted to do that, that would be such an undertaking. Like it would require so much legwork
Well, no, we've done it. We've done it at the Super Bowl. We've done it. It can be done.
But it took all three of us to
Well,
do
but you know
that.
what? But here was the bigger issue for me. This is what I was thinking about yesterday. Why would we do that right now?
Right.
Meaning, we keep saying we're not. They're in the radio biz. We're in the podcasting, video casting biz. We take all of our audio and we throw it up on radio and audio podcasts. We take all of our video, we use it for YouTube and television. We're not in that same biz per se.
And even so, okay. We love Darren. I love Darren as well. What are you really getting out of those interviews? There's no news breaking out of those things.
Well, no, but what you are doing is you're covering an event.
I mean,
locally.
This is the radio row for baseball. That's what it is. This is the NFL radio row for baseball. Baseball doesn't have this. Maybe the All-Star break, kinda. I know we did it one year when it was here in San Diego, but this is your chance to go network, meet people, and interview them, and get nothing out of it.
Yeah. But the networking part of it is good. If you're
By the way, are we going to Arizona
for spring training?
Now that's different. I'm down for that.
It's different because you like football more than you like baseball, but it's the same thing.
Well, wait, but Arizona, for the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I thought you meant for spring training.
Yeah, me too. I thought you meant for spring training. We were
Oh.
talking about baseball.
Yeah,
All right, you
my
confused
bad,
me. Yeah, you confused me, pal.
Me too.
Are we going to Arizona for the Super Bowl to set up on Radio Row and do what we did 3 years ago in
Podcast
Miami?
Row?
We called it Podcast Row. I don't know. I haven't gotten that far yet. I'm kind of living day by day right now.
I think that would be a pressing issue if we are.
Put it this way.
No, the answer is no. But
but let me say this, just to give you an idea of how day by day I'm going right now. Our boat trip is on December 17th. It's 10 days from today. Mm-hmm. We've not even sent out the invitations. I've received messages from people saying, hey, I know you mentioned to me the boat trip. Am I supposed to sign up somewhere? What am I supposed to do? I'm like, stand by. You're going to get an invitation, but this is typical last minute procrastination. Don't have the staff per se to be operating this whole thing. So that's kind of what I was getting at when I was listening to Darren yesterday. I was like, this is great local radio. I loved it. You know, Jim Bowden doesn't mean anything to me per se, but I like the conversation about the Padres, which that is the really interesting thing about what I was trying to get to early on. I was hit up a lot today by fans of multiple baseball teams, mostly Dodger fans, if I'm being honest, who are like, ooh, your scrappy little Padres keep getting snubbed by the big stars of baseball, like Trey Turner and Aaron Judge. And I'm thinking to myself, two things. One, I don't get either. Now, don't get me wrong. If you were able to really sign Aaron Judge, if you gave Aaron Judge a 10-year, $400 million contract and you're the Padres, and he's willing to sign that deal, you do the deal and you handle your other business later down the line. If you could get Aaron Judge, you get him. But question for everybody. Did everybody here feel like the Padres were really, really players to get Aaron Judge? Because to me, I thought the whole time he's going back to the Yankees. There's no way the Yankees are letting him go. And two, if he's going to do something, the Giants have been mentioned from the very beginning. Oh, he's from the north part of California. He's not exactly San Francisco, Oakland guy, but whatever. I just to say that the Padres are losing out on guys like Trey Turner and Aaron Judge, I'm shocked that they were going for either one of those guys, especially Trey Turner. And two, you can say that the scrappy little Padres are getting shut out by the big time free agents, or you could look at it like the Padres never in their existence were every year players and making offers to players to get this type of free agent, to spend this kind of money. I'm surprised with what the Padres have what they've tried to do so far.
Who's his agent?
Who's Aaron Judge's agent?
Yeah.
Browner, I'm sorry. I don't really know everybody's agent.
Yeah? No?
I don't think it's Scott Boras.
Listen, I'm going to tell you the same thing I thought happened with Trey Turner. I think the same thing happened with Aaron Judge. These teams are wink, wink, nodding with the Padres to run up the price. They're just running up the price.
Which teams?
So, Aaron Judge's team, Trey Turner's team,
the Yankees and the Phillies are getting the Padres to run up the price?
No, the team, by teams, I mean Trey Turner's agent, Trey
Oh,
Turner's
well.
management, Aaron Judge's agent, Aaron Judge's management. They're using the Padres to run up the price. Because
Yeah, but
according,
but it
because
but it
according,
requires the Padres to say we have an interest in Aaron Judge. I mean, again, I said it to you yesterday. What did you think was going to happen? They offer Aaron Judge 10 years, 400 million. Aaron Judge says yes, and the Padres say no.
So here's the thing, and I don't think there's really another way around it. I think because of the level of talent that Trey Turner and Aaron Judge are, the Padres almost went with draft best available strategy, where it didn't really matter what we have. Judge plays right field, Soto plays right field, Turner plays short, Tatis plays short, Kim plays short. I think they went with this is the word generational talent, but this is like superstar talent that we have the money for, and if we can get them, our team will be better. We will find a way to play them. And 5 years ago, before Manny Machado came here, the Padres are never even in this conversation. The Padres don't even the Padres aren't even in the ballpark to say like for any of these guys. So
so,
it's
oh,
real because Aaron. No, you hold on. It's real because Aaron
Oh,
Judge.
already we're getting
It's real
testy. I
because
like it.
Aaron Judge flew to San Diego to meet with the Padres staff at Petco Park. That's real. The reason Aaron Judge is a Yankee is because the Padres just didn't offer him 500 million like they did with Machado. They overpaid for Machado in the moment. Nobody was giving Machado $300 million except the Padres. Problem is, the Yankees, $40 million ain't that much more to stay with the Yankees or come to San Diego. And when you look at Trey Turner, first of all, his wife was like, "You're coming to the East Coast." So we can just stop right there. But they also didn't offer him like life-changing money compared to what the Phillies offered him.
they offered him more.
They offered him more, but when you take out California taxes, they offered him $6 million more.
New York's got the same amount of taxes as California.
It's the Yankees.
40 million
It's
more.
the Yankees.
And they offered 40
It's
million allegedly. 40
right,
million more.
which is not that much more.
I
He
can't
just
wait. I can't wait till
he
these guys
got
do press conferences, and I hope somebody asks them, "Did the Padres really offer you this?" So they can say no. So they can say
Wait,
no.
wait.
I think this is all reports. I think this is all reports. Did they meet with these guys? Yeah, because again, this big boy baseball, you're doing your due diligence. It's in your town. It's
What are
in your
you?
town.
What are you? Hold on. Let me ask a question.
What's wrong
real
with
quick.
meeting with people? So
No, I don't
according to
understand.
y'all, hold on.
Yeah.
Now y'all y'all hold on.
All right.
According to y'all,
Yeah.
so now they're trying to send a message to Tatis or whatever the Trey Turner thing had to do with Tatis. So now you go and get Aaron Judge, a right fielder. So now they sending a message to Soto too?
No. Hold on. No. It's a good question. But you see, Browner, I'm so glad you actually brought this up because here's the thing. I don't know precisely what the Padres are thinking, it's a little confusing, which I kind of like, meaning that it used to be very obvious what they were trying to do. Right now, it is not obvious at all what they have attempted to do. For example,
Yes, it is.
oh, it is.
Yeah.
Well, hold on. If you're going to say that it's obvious what they're trying to do, which is win, is that what you're going to say?
No, it's obvious that they're trying to get the best players available to make their
Okay.
team better.
Okay. So to Browner's point, hypothetically, if you signed Aaron Judge, okay, what is your plan then with Soto?
Does it matter?
Well, because I'm an overthinker, I'm
Mhm.
trying to figure it out. So here's my thought. And Browner, I think the Padres made a legit offer to Aaron Judge.
And I don't.
A-
I just don't
a-
think they did.
And I think that their thought process would be, I'm trying to analyze the room here, but I think their thought process was, hey, if we can get Judge, we'll just go trade Soto.
I don't know where where you're getting they didn't. Like Preller has come out and said yesterday, yeah, we tried to get Turner. Like, I don't know why you think this isn't happening or why you get so upset that this is happening.
I'm not
The
getting upset.
Padres are throwing out money like they're the Yankees now. This is a good thing. This is a really good thing. And I think that it's almost creating a competition type level where it's like, yo, I got Aaron Judge here. Juan Soto wasn't that great last year here as a Padre. That doesn't mean I don't want him here for long term. But if I got Aaron Judge in my lineup for the next 2 years with Soto, at least, that's a good thing.
Or hey, we'll sign Judge today and we'll probably wind up not signing Soto. And you know what? If we've got Judge, based on what we saw from Soto a year ago, let's go trade him and restock our farm system. And we'll invest today in Judge rather than 2 years from now in Soto. I mean,
what this has
look,
proven to me,
yeah.
and Scott, I'm sorry to interrupt
No,
you,
it's all right. I'm just
is
ranting.
that this team has money to let Manny Machado opt out and re-sign him. This team has money to keep Soto here long term. This team has money to go chase Ohtani this season or next offseason. Because if Peter Seiler's got $340 million for Turner, all of a sudden he's got $400 million for Judge, you don't think he can up Manny Machado to 35 for 10 more years? You don't think he can sign Juan Soto to a $500 million contract if that's what he deserves in 2 years? Like, to me, this is a really good thing. So whether you believe the numbers or not, I believe the offers are
Who
real
said it was
because
not a good thing?
you're
No, but
acting like
why?
it's not a good thing.
Why do you-
First of all, see, this is what I'm saying. I never said it's not a good thing. I've been saying from day one, they're playing big boy baseball. And when you in big boy baseball, this is what you do. This is a good. I never said it wasn't a good thing.
But why do
This
you?
is
I'm just
great.
curious. Why do you not believe the? And I'm not saying that all reports are 100% accurate, but why do you not believe that the Padres made an offer to Judge? Why do you not believe they made an offer to Turner? Is it because you believe that players only sign where their biggest dollars are?
Yep.
Yeah.
At every example, it's never failed.
No,
At
but I
every
think
example. Now, whether they regret it or not is a different story. If
Yeah,
you
but-
offer somebody $40 million more, $40 million more, they take that.
Yeah, but Aaron Judge has to make this decision. Here's the money from the Yankees. Here's the money for the Padres. Here's what I know about the Yankees. Here's what I know about, what this could mean for my life outside of just baseball. And here's what it is for the Padres. And so when I just do all the math, I actually think that signing with the Yankees is the better deal than signing with the Padres, even though the Padres offered more baseball money. And in the case of Trey Turner, as Alex points out, every report says that he was going back to the East Coast because his wife is from around the area and he's an East Coast guy, and that was the game plan all along.
Now,
So-
if there's reports that come out and say Xander Bogaerts goes to the Cubs because even though the Padres offered him $30 million more, then yeah, you lost that guy. But these two guys, I don't think you were ever really. You really had to overpay to get those two guys. That's just, to me, that's a fact.
$40 million more ain't overpaying?
Not really.
Browner, I know $40 million sounds like a ridiculous amount of money, and it is to guys like us. But if you're talking about a $400 million contract, $40 million is 10%. So to leave New York City and leave the Yankee organization to come to the Padres, which is new and unknown to me, for 10% more, if I'm Aaron Judge, I'm fine with less in salary in New York because guess what? I think playing in New York for the Yankees makes him $250 million off the field. Playing for the Padres in San Diego makes him $50 million.
It was already
off
broken
the field.
down, and it's completely broken down that Trey Turner, when state taxes are calculated into this, the Padres offered him $6 million more. 6
total
with taxes. And you don't think they know that? You don't think agents are telling them, hey, this is how much you're going to pay in taxes in California? Trey, you just played a year and a half in LA. You know how much taxes are. So it's not $40 million more at least with Trey Turner.
You're telling me that if you're
Yes.
telling me his girl wants to live in Philadelphia,
That's what I'm telling you.
then that's not my.
He's
I'm
from
talking
New
about,
Jersey.
I'm talking about the money. Dudes ain't turning down that
$6 million?
money. Dudes
$6 million?
ain't turning down that money.
Dude, when you get an 11-year, $300 million contract, you're set for life. So the difference between $300 million and $330 million, I'm telling you, I disagree with you. I think some guys can actually turn down just pure dollars on paper.
It's the same person who told me that they would take the lottery lump sum and they wouldn't take it per year because you have all the money in your hand.
Right.
What
I
are you
would take the
talking
lump
about?
sum. That's right.
Come
I would take the
on,
lump sum.
All right.
That's right.
All right. Like I'm saying, the Padres are playing big boy baseball, and that's what's most important. They got their name in the conversation every time one of these guys comes up, and that's good business for them. And that's my whole point. That's why I don't think they were ever going to get any of these dudes. They want their names in the conversations. So they'll throw these numbers out. Now, did they really want Aaron Judge over Trey Turner? I would think they would want him more because he represents power, and they need power in their lineup. Trey Turner's a damn good baseball player, and having him on your roster makes you better. But if you're asking me which two I thought they needed more, it would have been Aaron Judge. So that's why the 400 number is like, oh, but $40 million more.
It makes me question, like, why not go? And it makes me question, if you have this much money, why not go get Justin Verlander? Like that, you need a pitcher. Like if you have this money,
they're not paying Justin Verlander, one guy, $43 million a year. It's just now.
I mean, if you're in the window. You're in the window,
right? But I think they're
2-year
more
window.
I know, but I think they're thinking more long term. I think they're looking at this thing as a 10, 11-year deal.
And hand up, I think the Aaron Judge contract is a terrible contract.
Right.
Paying guys till you're 40. We already saw Albert Pujols.
Yeah. All right, look, we're just getting going. We got a lot to talk about. As a matter of fact, AJ Preller was on television on the MLB Network, and he talks about Tatis. He talks about a possible Soto extension. And this is from yesterday. This is before all this Aron Judge stuff came out. So we'll get to that coming up. We're in the 7 Mile Casino studios, 7milecasino.com. Welcome to everybody who's in San Diego for all these winter meetings and festivities. This is Kaplan and Crew on radio on 1090, on TV tonight on Channel 4 San Diego. So if you're in your hotel room, check us out. Stick around. Let's get to the Preller sound. Coming right back. This is Kaplan and Crew.
You're watching Kaplan and Crew tonight, powered by the mightier 1090 AM, ESPN Radio, and Your View, featuring the best sports talk in SoCal. Dominating the SoCal radio airwaves for over 20 years. Join Scott Kaplan, Alex Padilla, and John Browner for Kaplan and Crew every Monday through Friday, 3 to 6 p.m. only on the mightier 1090 ESPN Radio, SoCal Sports Talk, and the mightier1090.com.
Absolutely. The best part of the day is working with the team and working directly with customers. Just because it's fun and I enjoy collaborating. I enjoy watching the customers' reactions when the designers come up with their spaces. And we really take pride in the team effort and what we accomplish in the end.
I can tell that the team we have, accountability is very important. They feel like the work that we do is not just a reflection of themselves, but a reflection of us.
We've always been a design build company, but now we've taken design, not only our architectural, but interior design to a completely different level.
The philosophy of integrity here at Murray Lampert is always doing the right thing even when someone isn't looking. In turn, the homeowners get a really great product.
We're truly a team at Murray Lampert Design, Build, Remodel, and we don't take that lightly.
Your next outdoor family adventure awaits. Exploring and adventuring to new places, creating beautiful memories for your ultimate family experience using clean and pure energy. Endless charging for endless possibility, fueling all your outdoor needs. Our easy to set up solar panels offer clean and powerful energy. Pass-through charging means you can charge still fully enjoying your adventures. Experience your dreams with Jackery. Be free on your travels, enjoying delicious meals. Listen to the sounds of nature or a great film, peacefully and quietly. Making these small moments count. Jackery Solar Generator. Jackery.
You're watching Kaplan and Crew tonight, powered by the mightier 1090 AM, ESPN Radio, and Your View, featuring the best sports talk in SoCal. Listen to the Mike Greenberg Show, 7 to 9 a.m. Pacific, Monday through Friday. Greeny brings his unmatched depth of sports knowledge, fun, and entertainment back to ESPN on a daily basis. The Mightier 1090 ESPN Radio, SoCal Sports Talk, and the Mightier1090.com. We'll be right back with more of Scott Kaplan and crew tonight. The very best from today's Scott Kaplan and crew show on the Mightier 1090 AM, ESPN Radio, SoCal Sports Talk.
Hey, everybody, I'm glad you guys are watching. And right in the middle of the show, I love to talk about one of our great sponsors. In this case, it's Jackery, and you can visit them online at jackery.com. And a couple of Jackery ambassadors, brand ambassadors, are standing by. This is Giselle and Steven, who I've been looking at their website, The Lover's Passport. Hey, guys, first of all, welcome. Glad to have you guys here. How you doing today?
Amazing. Doing great, yeah. Thanks so much for having us.
Tell us what The Lover's Passport is. I've been looking at the website, theloverspassport.com, and I am so jealous of the two of you guys.
Well, it kind of started as just a side hustle for us, a little couples adventure blog, if you will. And it slowly turned into a passion project of ours during COVID lockdown. And we bought our first camera in April of 2020 and just started capturing all of our adventures instead of just writing about them. And fast forward to present day, now we're both full-time travel photographers and adventure enthusiasts.
Did you guys know that you had the eye or the talent to be good photographers? Because I take a lot of pictures and I don't think I'm a photographer. I'm just a guy who has a bunch of pictures on my phone.
We're completely self-taught from YouTube.
Yeah, I feel like we used to model for one of my friends when we did different hikes. So we both loved hiking. And then eventually we were like, why don't we just buy our own camera and we can take some of our own pictures? Because we followed some of these other travel couples that inspired us a ton. So we were like, we could totally do this.
Wow, that's so cool. You guys learned photography on YouTube.
Yeah, YouTube University, as we say.
Oh my God, YouTube U. That's awesome. You guys should have shirts that say YTU.
Yeah, I mean, you can learn. I have a degree in film and media, but I never did the production side of it. And the resources that are currently available online to whether you're learning photography or a totally other skill, it's incredible these days.
Where are you guys from? I read that you guys are both California people. Is that right?
Yes, born and raised in Southern California.
Where are you guys from?
I'm from Ventura, California. She's a little bit south.
Yeah, I was born and raised in Woodland Hills.
Okay,
gotcha. Valley girl.
Gotcha. Okay, well, this is perfect because we've got a lot of people watching on Cox Your View throughout San Diego, Orange County, LA, Santa Barbara. So all your people are going to definitely get a chance to see all of this. So you guys become full-time travel adventure bloggers. I've been reading a bunch of your blogs. My son goes to college in West Virginia. I see you guys have a full thing on West Virginia. That was really cool for someone like me to read.
Yeah, we loved West Virginia. It was beautiful out there.
I think one thing that we really try and do is a lot of states travel, especially coming out of the pandemic. And a lot of hidden gems are just right around the corner in the States. And a lot of people think, you have to go to these beautiful international destinations, but there are so many hidden gems to explore in the state. And a lot of them there were tons and tons of these beautiful waterfalls out in West Virginia. We were really impressed.
So you guys become travel, adventure, outdoor bloggers, if you will. And then who puts the website together and who comes up with the name, The Lover's Passport?
That was me. I'm betting you couldn't guess that one. I used to work in marketing before I did this. I was very used to SEO and the back end of websites and writing articles and things like that. So I came up with The Lover's Passport by taking synonyms for couples travel and then came up with names that were still available because I was like, oh, what's something that's going to get a lot of traffic? It's not even, there's no fun story behind it. I just what's searchable and memorable.
We would be doing a lot of international travel, but then the pandemic hit, so we kind of pivoted from lots of international travel and started doing a lot of road trips to really highlight the States.
So jealous, dude. So jealous. So tell me this, you guys are photographers, so you need a lot of power. You've got equipment with you. You're also blogging and you're working on your website. So you have to, be able to be powered. And that's where our common partner, Jackery, comes in. Got about a minute and a half. I'd love for you to tell us about Jackery and what products you use and how you use them.
Yeah, Jackery's like completely changed the way that we could travel because before we were always plugging into the car. I think my car battery died like a dozen or so times. And then finally we started using the Jackery and we can charge our laptops off it. We can charge all of our camera gear. And it's really nice because it also has solar panels. So for our longer road trips, we can be completely self-sustained where we can put out the Jackery, be able to get some power from that and recharge even while we're pulling a lot of energy from our laptops.
And it's just nice if you're a digital nomad or doing remote work. It gives you the flexibility to travel and still get work done without having to worry about your laptop dying in the middle of the desert, you know? So it's
Exactly.
such a great tool. We've been using the 1000 for over 2 years now, along with the solar panels, and we just recently upgraded. So we're really excited to continue using our Jackery out on our road trips.
Hey guys, Giselle and Steven, it is great to be with you guys. I look forward to a much longer conversation. The website is theloverspassport.com, and the other website that you should know about is jackery.com. And I loved what you guys just had to say about powering up and using solar power. It's great advice for people who are going to be tailgating or going to be traveling themselves. Good luck with more of your adventures. You got a new fan who's going to be following you guys on all the social platforms and your website. And thank you so much for talking about Jackery with us.
And thanks so
Thanks
much
for
for
having
having
us.
us.
A real pleasure, guys. Thank you. Back to the show, everybody.
Drivers are getting in accidents at a rate we've never seen before, jumping 18% since 2020. There are higher incidents of speeding and more aggressive driving since the pandemic began. Please slow down and drive safely. It can save a life.
Murray Lampert's design process is very collaborative. We love the process, and what's best about the process is the way that it can flex as needed. So if there's a new piece of technology that's available that's really going to help us out make a more accurate model, we're going to utilize that. We'll send the measure-off team to the house, and they will end up scanning the house using drones, LiDAR scanning, lasers, and tape measures to measure every square inch of the home. Then they'll take that information back to the office and build a 3D model of the home. We'll be upfront and honest if they're asking for things that may be out of their budget. We're going to let them know up front. We're always motivated to strive for excellence. There's kind of not another way to be. We do the best work we can and ultimately make the homeowners happy. What makes me proud is when we present that 3D model to the homeowners and we wow them. Sometimes we even bring tears to their eyes because they love the design so much. That brings me a lot of joy.
Watch the San Diego State Aztecs take on the Kennesaw State Owls. December 12th at 7 p.m. Only on YourView and YourView.com.
I feel like I have the fun part of the job where I get to help out and make my clients' houses look beautiful. We start with looking at the floor plan, space planning, and then we look at countertops, tile, backsplashes, flooring, cabinets, everything like that. We have a lot of client meetings start in our conference room. Sometimes we have some clients that have already selected certain items that they want to incorporate into their project. We want to make sure they're happy with it because they're going to be living with it for a very long time. Sometimes we'll do something that goes totally with the style, and then we'll have a total outlier option for the client. And a lot of the times they end up going with that because they want to see something totally different. We want to make sure that we're focusing in on our clients. I really want to make sure at the end of the day that clients are happy, that I'm keeping up with my communication with them, and that we know that at the end of the day as well, and moving through the process of construction and everything, that we're going to have a successful project.
At the Barnes firm, we're seeing more pedestrian and bicycle accidents. Drivers are rolling through red lights, and distracted driving makes every intersection a danger zone for pedestrians. Look both ways when crossing, even if you have the right of way.
Welcome back. This is Scott Kaplan and Crew Tonight. The very best from today's Scott Kaplan and Crew show on the mightier 1090 AM ESPN Radio. SoCal Sports Talk. Here's Scott Kaplan, John Browner, and Alex Padilla.
Hey, great friends. It's Kaplan and Crew, along with Grande and the Brown Man, and we are in the 7 Mile Casino Studios, 7milecasino.com. Hey, you're just getting with us. We've been talking about the winter meetings that are happening here in San Diego, and we've been talking about how the Padres are for the first time, at least that I can remember in 20 plus years of being around the team, they're like involved in every conversation for every major free agent. And the reason in generations past where they were never involved in these conversations, I mean, ever, is because we were always told by team ownership, we don't have the money. We will never have that kind of money. The Dodgers have a $250 million local TV deal, and the Padres have a $50 million local TV deal, and will never be able to be in the same financial category as the Dodgers. Well, something's changed. I mean, I can tell you that Peter Seidler is consumed with winning and consumed with being a better organization than the Dodgers. I mean, that's just his family lineage and his grandfather and moving the Dodgers from Brooklyn to LA and growing up around it. I mean, he wants to be better than the Dodgers. And I know a lot of Dodger fans who are now like hitting me up on Twitter going, dude, so now the Padres are buying championships. And it's okay, buying championships? First of all, they haven't won a championship. And secondly, where all this money came from, I don't know. I mean, is it ticket sales? Is it merch sales? Is it beer inside the ballpark? Is it television rights? Is it infusion of capital? Because there's a lot of other investors. Peter Seidler's the face guy, but there's a lot of very, very wealthy people behind Peter Seidler. Is it just an infusion of capital? I'm not sure where all the money's coming from, but I know this, that the previous ownership either were bad at business or they were just pure liars. Peter Seidler is in it to win it. By the way, Browner, that sounded pretty cool, didn't it? He in it to win it. Did that sound cool?
It came out nice.
Did it?
It came out nice.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say cool, but it came out smooth. It rolled out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, he in it to win it.
Mm-hmm.
Alex, can you play for us what AJ Preller said when he was on MLB Network? He was on with Christopher Russo.
Yeah, I think Browner's going to want to close his ears right now.
Oh, really?
He's not going to like what he hears.
Well, prepare him for what he won't like.
Well, 3 questions were asked. One, what happened with Trey Turner? He said, hey, we tried. Didn't happen, but we were really invested in Trey Turner. We like Trey Turner.
Okay, so and Browner doesn't believe that the Padres really did make an offer.
Right.
They just put this out for publicity. They actually did not meet with him. They didn't talk to his agent. They just put this out through the media.
Right. To bring up the cost for the Phillies.
Right.
So
they were sandbagging to make the Phillies pay more. Right.
Right. So let me go on national television and tell everybody that was just a lie. But
Browner, you have some bizarre theories.
No, I'm just guys are doing baseball, doing business. They're doing business. Agents run these leagues. So therefore, Scott Boras has all the top line clients. So if you can make sure at the end of the day, his clients get more money from wherever they actually want to go, that's good baseball business. But
for
please
who?
Continue.
For who?
Both parties. The agent gets what he wants, and the team gets what they want out of it, access to the agent for when a player comes up that they really want.
I think you are either you're really lost in this argument you're making, or I'm really lost in the argument that you're making, but I don't see it even close to the way you're trying to sell it.
So you've never seen somebody use another team or person or thing as leverage to get a higher contract from someone else. You've never seen that before.
Well, last year when the Padres were making the trade for Soto, a lot of people said that Andrew Friedman, who runs the Dodgers, was driving up the price for the Padres by being interested in Juan Soto. That maybe the Dodgers really weren't interested in Soto, but by expressing interest in Soto, it made the Padres give up more to get him. So how did that benefit the Dodgers in the end?
So why can't that work the same way when it comes to free agents and dealing with agents? Everybody knows Scott Boras has all the major clients, because isn't he Ohtani a Scott Boras client?
Wait, you're saying that the Padres are doing Scott Boras a favor?
Yes. I said it yesterday. I'm saying it again today. Yes.
The Padres are doing Scott Boras a solid. Boras says to the Padres, Trey Turner's not coming, but if you guys can make a really big offer, that'll get me more money from the Phillies, and we'll go to the Phillies, and you'll sandbag for us. You'll make Trey happy. You'll make me happy, and I will help you later on.
It's about Boras, not Trey. But yes.
Neither Judge or Ohtani are represented by Boris.
Yet.
You say yeah.
Yeah,
like
you're
you
putting
know
a
that-
puzzle piece that does you're just putting a puzzle that doesn't go together, dude.
All right. Listen, man. Listen, because y'all ain't got no foresight. Y'all ain't got no vision. Don't blame me.
I won't
Don't
blame you.
me.
If everything you say happens, if Judge and Boris connect, if Ohtani and Boris connect, and if the Padres were to somehow get something huge because they did Boris a favor along the way, I will yield to you and say I stand corrected.
There
In the
we go.
meantime, I think you have zero idea what you're talking about. How
Put it
about
on the
that?
board. Put it on
How
the
about
board.
that?
I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Put it on the board.
Yeah. Joe Rigby. That's a Browner hot take. The Padres are doing Scott Boris a solid.
They doing business.
Is that with a Z or a D? Bidnit or biz?
Z.
Oh, with a
business.
Z. All right. All right, Alex, you're
So,
gonna play.
I'm just
Go
trying.
ahead,
I'm
Alex.
just trying to put this together. The hot take is that the Padres are helping Scott Boris for clients he doesn't represent, nor will he represent them in the Judge is done for the next 10 years. So
Does he represent Trey Turner?
Yeah. But you just brought up Ohtani and Judge. Not
Ohtani's coming up, ain't he?
Yeah, but he's not.
And who do baseball players go to get their money from? Scott Boris.
Well, Judge didn't.
Scott Boris. So there we go.
Manny didn't.
We'll see.
Tatis didn't.
We'll see.
I'm just trying to put it together. Anyways, here's
Tatis was already on the team.
He's going to do this to us today. He's going to do this to us where this turns into an Ohtani.
It's been a while. It's been a while since he's done this to us. So.
Right. He hasn't done a Cooper Cup. He hasn't done a Cooper Cup as a system wide receiver
Y'all asked
thing.
me a question. Y'all asked me a question. I gave y'all my answer. This is what I think is happening. Because what other reason would dudes be turning down $40 million? Don't give me no taxes. Stop that, man.
Why wouldn't I give you taxes? That's a legitimate
more.
reason. Why do people go to Florida? Why do people go to Florida and play? Why Tyreek go to Florida?
Because he wanted to play for Miami. He got traded.
Because he forced a trade.
He got traded, and he got the highest contract given to a wide receiver
in Florida.
More money.
The
Chiefs offered him money. The Dolphins offered him more money. What are you talking about?
You're consumed with this one notion.
More
that
money.
That the player only takes the money. You're consumed with this notion. But I'm telling you right now, it's a different world, man. If you're Aaron Judge, and let's just put the numbers on paper very quick second. If you're Aaron Judge and the Yankees offer you $360 and the Padres offer you $40, you don't go like this. Done. Of course I'm going to the Padres. They offered $40 million more. You sit down with it and you try and balance it out. What are the tax implications of both markets? Oh, they're pretty much the same. So the Padres still have a $40 million advantage. Okay, now wait a second. Can I make more money as a New York Yankee legend, or can I make more money in life as a San Diego Padre legend? And I'm thinking 20 years from now, the smart money and the long play for Aaron Judge, who's already been a 62 home run a year guy with the Yankees, the smart thing to do is not worry about what the contract says over $40 million and think about how much more you're going to make off the field playing for the Yankees than you are for the Padres.
So back to my point.
Yeah.
It's business. Because you know who's talking about the San Diego Padres today? People in New York. You know who talk about the San Diego Padres? People in Philadelphia. You know who people talking, texting you from LA and from wherever else? Talk about the San Diego Padres. It's business. It's working. It's working. It's smart business. It's working. You get your name in the news cycle repeatedly by being around for all these guys. Will they get Xander Bogaerts now?
But are they only doing this for publicity? I don't think so.
All right.
Well, we see things differently. All right. So, Alex, what do you have here from AJ Preller?
AJ Preller asked by Mad Dog Russo. So you went after Trey Turner. Didn't happen. What's the deal with Tatis? Is he your shortstop?
What position is Tatis going to play?
Yeah, that's still a question that we've got to finalize here. So I think, like, for us, the conversation so far has just been more about the health part, making sure he's getting in a position where he's back on the field here and doing baseball activity in January, and he's ready to go full tilt to start spring training. But yeah, we'll be clear with him. I think, again, he gives us the chance to talk about shortstop. second base, center field, wherever it is. He's a great athlete. He can play different spots, and we'll try to be, we'll get his feedback as we've been talking to him along the way. Obviously, more conversation with Bob Melvin, and we'll figure that out. A little bit might be dependent on what we do here in the next couple of weeks in terms of the roster, but we'll figure that out.
God almighty. I mean, we used to have AJ Preller on the radio every single week.
He got better.
And this is when the Padres were horrendous. Like, this is when we were dreading having him on the radio because we were like, we know people are going to turn off the radio because the Padres are so bad that nobody can listen to him like skirt around questions. And he
then
used
what
to always
questions
say,
can you ask when the team is 50 and 100?
right. And so now he's done a better job of learning to not say little things like, yeah, no, yeah, no, yeah, no, yeah, because he used to say that all the time. But if I were Chris Russo, I'd be sitting there on the other side of that desk going, oh my God, will you say something, please?
He did.
No, he skirted around the whole thing.
He said, we'll see.
We'll see.
He said, hey, I know what I didn't hear. I know exactly what I did not hear. And that is Tatis will be playing shortstop.
You know what I love about this show?
That we can comprehend things.
These are the same people who told me they don't never trust anything the Padres organization says. If I remember correctly, didn't you say that, Alex?
With injuries.
With related to players' health. Yeah. I don't ever trust anything they say. Right. But what are you saying?
Now every word is gospel. Gotcha.
No, but what part of what I'm saying with AJ Preller is when asked about the future of Tatis, what position is he going to play? He just told you absolutely zero. Now, I'm not saying that he has to come out and go, okay, Chris Russo, you flew in from New York, so I better give you a straight answer. Fernando Tatis is our shortstop, or Fernando Tatis will not play shortstop. That's why we're going after Xander Bogaerts. That's why we decided to go after Trey Turner. All I'm saying is that Preller doesn't say anything. He doesn't want to say anything. He knows that he's there to be asked a question, and he knows that what question is coming, and he knows he doesn't want to give an answer. So he just stammers around and says a bunch of words.
But his non-answer is the answer. That's my point. He did it. Okay.
Wait, now Browner, if we're skeptical of the Padres, does that mean then that what Preller is really saying by not saying anything is that Tatis is automatically back to short? Is that what he's saying?
Listen, I'm listening to y'all say things that aren't said that are said. But please continue.
Right. Because you know what he's not being asked? What position is Manny Machado going to play next year? Because you know. If it wasn't a question, he wouldn't be asked the question. I don't understand what's so difficult about this.
I don't know, man. But I'm Browner. Your mind today and my mind today, we're like in opposite. Like we're talking different languages today, you and me.
How so?
Well,
it's
you're
English.
You're like, hey, you guys say you don't trust what the Padres say, and now every word is gospel. And I'm saying I don't hear any words. All I hear is a bunch of trying to avoid answering a question.
This guy speaks it.
Mm-hmm.
This guy speaks it clear.
I'm going to play the beginning. I'm going to play the beginning.
He said something that said that he said something without saying something and said something.
I'm going to play the beginning, and I'll stop it when you get your answer.
What position is Tatis going to play?
Yeah, that's still a question that we've got to finalize here. So
there you go. They don't know. What more do you want? He didn't say shortstop. Is that not an answer?
You gonna play the rest of it?
No, because you don't need the rest of it. That's your answer.
Didn't he say shortstop in the answer with second base and all these other plays? Didn't he say that all of them?
All right, can we hear this again? Let's hear this again. Chris Russo on MLB Network with AJ Preller in downtown San Diego, asking him about what position Tatis is going to play, presumably because they were probably talking about like why were you guys going after Trey Turner? Mm-hmm. Okay, so let's hear what Preller said.
What position is Tatis going to play?
Yeah, that's still a question that we've got to finalize here. So I think like for us, the conversation so far has just been more about the health part and making sure he's getting in a position where he's back on the field here and doing baseball activity in January and he's ready to go full tilt to start spring training. But yeah, we'll be clear with him. I think again he gives us the chance to talk about shortstop, second base, center field, wherever it is. He's a great athlete. He can play different spots, and
wherever
we'll try to be. We'll get his feedback as we've been talking to him along the way. Obviously, more conversation with Bob Melvin, and we'll figure that out. A little bit might be dependent on what we do here in the next couple of weeks in terms of the roster, but we'll figure that out.
You know what? As I hear it, it's actually a much better answer the second time around.
Yeah, I don't know why you were criticizing. He actually said a lot there.
Yeah,
He
the
actually,
first time around, I think I get hypnotized by the monotone nature of the
he,
way Preller is.
yeah, he
You
said a
know,
lot. He
he
said a lot.
actually, as I heard the answer the second time, I
What'd
didn't
you hear
hear
the
the
second
first
time?
time. Well, I heard, shortstop, second base, center field. He's a great athlete. We'll talk to him about it. We'll figure it out based on what we do here in the next couple of weeks. In other words, and this is what this is what we've been talking about since the Trey Turner thing started to happen. If they're going after an all-star caliber shortstop for a long-term contract, that must mean that analytically speaking, they know what we've already talked about much better than we do. That Tatis is a good shortstop, but Kim's an even better defensive shortstop. And so now Trey Turner would be an upgrade. Xander Bogaerts might be an upgrade. And if you got one of those two guys who's a better shortstop, if you can put Tatis at second or at center, you're upgrading your team. And then listen, if you got Bogaerts and you put Tatis at second, you could then move Cronenworth to first. So actually, I got to admit, I stand corrected. Much better answer the second time I heard it.
Now, I thought what's interesting too, it's like, I think it's very safe to say, let's say Tatis plays 162 games next year. 162 of them will not be at one position, whatever position you think that may be. That's obvious. What I find interesting is that, yeah, we'll see what happens in the next couple of weeks. What does that mean? That's open for interpretation. And clearly, if you're throwing $400 million at Judge, which is not confirmed, by the way, and you're throwing $340 million at Turner, which is confirmed, you got some money. Does that mean Correa? Does that mean Bogarts? Does that mean whoever the hell else is out there? Or does that mean, well, we're going to trade somebody? Can they trade Grisham? Move Tatis to center? It's all. I love December because it's all possible.
All right. Well, listen, speaking of having money,
There's
give
more
me
on
one.
Preller, by the way.
Okay, good. I want to hear more Preller coming up. Give me 1 second. If you got some money and you're starting to think now, holiday gifts. I got a message yesterday from a buddy of mine, and he sent me a bunch of discount codes, and I thought that was really awesome because if you can save money during the holiday season, that's really what you would like to be able to do. In other words, get the gifts for the people that matter most in your life, but try and save money along the way. Fellas, I want everybody to hear your reviews of the Ride One Up e-bike. I know you guys are riding different kinds of models, but if you're thinking about an e-bike this holiday season, Ride One Up. Ride the number one up, rideoneup.co/great friends. Our promo code is great friends. You can save money on the bikes because they're all on sale right now, as you might imagine. And then you can throw an additional $50 in savings by using our promo code great friends. Browner, how's your Ride One Up e-bike treating you?
It's going fantastic, nice, smooth. I didn't go for Ride 6. It was freezing. I felt like
it was cold
because I go so fast. So fast. I got to make sure that the weather's proper for me. But yeah, man, I'm almost on the ride almost every day. I'm up to like at least 5 times a week right now. So feeling good, riding smooth.
Alex, I would ask you how your Ride One Up e-bike is going, but you've already told us that your wife has commandeered it. Yeah.
I don't have one.
She took it from you, huh?
Snatched it.
Gone.
Yeah. So is there any consideration now that you guys are going to downsize and go from 2 cars to 1 because you got 1 car and 1 e-bike? Is there any consideration that perhaps this holiday season you guys would buy a second Ride One Up e-bike just so that you could have 2 and you guys could e-bike together?
Right now, I think I'm pedaling manually for myself, and then once we can, we're maneuvering some stuff around. Storage is tight here. You know how it goes. So once that, then we can discuss that. But at the moment, it's
I can
just
just
her.
tell you this. I can tell you this right now. My girlfriend had an e-bike that was really, really weak. And I borrowed a friend of mine's. This is a couple of years ago. And I went flying by her. And I'm like, if we can't ride together, this is no fun. So we bought the same bikes back then. She and I have the same bikes that we can go the same speed, even though I'm heavier and I'm slower as a result. What I'm saying to you is this. If you're a couple, you got to each have one. If you don't, and one's on a manual bike and one's on an e-bike, forget it. It's not as fun. Ride the number one, rideoneup.co/great friends, rideoneup.co/great friends for everybody listening on radio and audio podcast. The promo code is great friends. You'll save an additional $50. And if you're thinking about an e-bike this holiday season for your kid, for you and your partner, you got to consider Ride One Up because they're our e-bike guys. Browner, I want to see some pictures on social media. You always do a good job of like having your bike be a model.
They coming.
Yeah.
Yeah. They on the way.
All
On the way.
All right, very nice. Hey, Alex says he has more AJ Preller from the winter meetings in downtown San Diego, so we'll get to that. Also, I would like to start talking a little football here this afternoon. I know yesterday we talked about Baker Mayfield and would the 49ers be interested in Baker Mayfield, which they'd already said they weren't. And would the Rams be interested either because they can just sacrifice Baker Mayfield because their season's pretty much over and they got to just limp to the finish line, or could they keep Baker Mayfield away from San Francisco if the Niners had interest? So Baker Mayfield yesterday signs with the Rams. Rams play Thursday night tomorrow against the Raiders. Is Baker Mayfield going to be on the field? Mayfield, well, anyway, we'll talk about this. Stick around. We're in the 7 Mile Casino Studios here on Kaplan and Crew.
You're watching Kaplan and Crew tonight, powered by the mightier 1090 AM, ESPN Radio, and Your View, featuring the best sports talk in SoCal. Locally owned and operated, not some bland, uninspired, corporate, cookie-cutter radio station crap. We simply say to those stations, Q. The mightier 1090 ESPN Radio, SoCal Sports Talk.
Many are adding companion units, or ADUs, to bring more value to their homes. Our experience, plus our strong relationship with the city, makes adding on easier for our homeowners.
We listen to you first, then design and build. Visit murraylampert.com for your consultation.
Joining me now is Paco Franco, Medicare Benefits Consultant with Clever Care. Thank you so much for joining us, Paco.
Thank you so much, Erica. I really appreciate it.
First off, we hear that Clever Care is a health plan customized for growing diverse populations. Can you tell us more about that?
Yeah, absolutely. One of the most distinct differences of Clever Care is that we combine the principles of Eastern and Western medicine to our approach of healthcare. You know, we believe in the complete well-being of our members and believe that wellness should be affordable. Anybody who's eligible for Medicare can join Clever Care Medicare Advantage HMO plan. We also have another enrollment period coming up called the annual enrollment period. This is the most popular one, which takes place from October 15th to December 7th. And during this time, you can sign up for a new plan, you can switch plans, you can leave a plan, or simply just return to your original Medicare.
Many are adding companion units, or ADUs, to bring more value to their homes. Our experience, plus our strong relationship with the city, makes adding on easier for our homeowners.
We listen to you first, then design and build. Visit murraylampert.com for your consultation.
If you're going to count yourself as a fan of this radio station, you'll need to continuously ask yourself one basic question. Am I listening enough? Pro tip, wives are not a good source for input on this. This is the mightier 1090 AM ESPN Radio.
Many are adding companion units, or ADUs, to bring more value to their homes. Our experience, plus our strong relationship with the city, makes adding on easier for our homeowners.
We listen to you first, then design and build. Visit murraylampert.com for your consultation.
Muéstrame cómo va a manejar papi. ¿A dónde vas a ir?
On every mountain and valley you tread, through wind and rain, we're here with you. To shine a light when it gets dark, and to forge a path where it gets tough. Let Jackery Solar power all your hopes and dreams. Take you where you want to go, to the goals you chase, to the ones you love. Explore further with Jackery Solar. Jackery, 10 years on.
From fitness to medical technology, explore how people are leading healthier lives on Your Health. Join Erica Cardenas as she introduces you to health experts and discover how our daily choices affect our well-being. Plus, learn simple tips for healthier living. Your Health, Sunday at 4:30 p.m. on Your View and yourview.com. Your Health is brought to you by Clever Care Health Plan, your partners for comprehensive care.
Thank you for joining us. Catch Scott Kaplan and crew tonight from 7 to 8 p.m. Pacific every Monday through Friday. The very best from today's Scott Kaplan and crew show on the mightier 1090 AM. ESPN Radio, SoCal Sports Talk.
At the